I had one guy go, "What's your week like next week?" And I was like, "How's Thursday?" And he goes, "Ooh, I have another date that night." And I was like, "Honesty's fun."
Plans is fine. Plans is fine.
Yeah, right,
I've got
right.
plans
Yeah.
that day.
But he said it in a way where like he wanted me to know.
to react
I
to
kind of
it.
didn't like
Icky.
that. I know. And then
Yeah.
like he was like, "How about Wednesday?" And then when he was leaving, I was like, "Well, I'll see you Wednesday. I hope I win."
Welcome to Foster the Podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Foster the Podcast. I am your host, Justin Foster, my professional life coach, Kristie Marie Lacey. We have a wonderful guest today. Bridget Sell is our guest today, everybody.
Yay.
Bridget Sell is our guest today, everybody. Yay!
Is that what you were waiting for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oops.
Someone's got to take the soundboard away from
Yeah, you're going to get grounded from
No
the
one's
soundboard.
taking anything away from me.
Can I tell you that I watch all of our old episodes and watching him fumble with the soundboard is my favorite part of all of them?
Yeah.
I love it so much. Bridget, thank you for coming on our 4th of July show.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for bringing macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. For other people.
Yeah, she's going to a party right after this and just had to let us know.
Don't even look at it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
even look at
I'll
it.
do your show, but I am bringing mac and cheese that you
Yeah.
can't have.
But it's got to be in the room because I can't sit in my car.
Yeah, 70 degrees outside.
I was like, I'm not going to chance it.
I am so hungry right now. And she's like, I have mac and cheese. I was like, can I have some? She's like, no, I'm going to a pool party
Yeah,
after
it's
this.
for
So.
someone else.
I like
No
that.
mac and
yours.
cheese for you.
Yeah. I like that she said, it was, like, I got invited to a thing, and it was, but I had to choose my career first. And I was like, I don't know if you made the right choice on that one. But
I was like, what are you talking
yeah.
about?
Are you doing something instead of this?
Yeah, what's going on after this?
Never.
Can I
This
brag?
first.
May I brag for a second?
Yeah.
The podcast isn't blowing up.
Oh, that's amazing.
It has been so good. I have the analytics and I check it crazy. I just refresh it all the time.
Yeah.
Like just like a oh god. And it's been so good.
That's awesome.
People have been loving it and the numbers are great and it makes me very happy.
Yay.
Well, you're
That's-
hilarious. So
Well, thank
that's
you very
awesome.
much. I don't get excited about a lot of things and I'm very excited about this show and I'm excited to have you on. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having
everybody.
me.
So I like before the show you're like as long as we don't talk about dating, I can do
Yeah.
the show. And I was like, that's all we do on the
Then
show.
I like opened the questionnaire and I was like, it's a dating.
Yeah, I was like,
Very specifically.
Yeah.
Very specific. We do a dating relationship show, a comedic dating relationship show.
Yeah.
And we bring our friends on and we talk about all things dating relationships. We have Kristie who she's helped a lot of our friends out in the last 19 episodes. Some of them are still with their partners.
That's right.
So you really are a life coach.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a gag.
I wasn't sure if you were like, this is like my highest friend, like life coach.
Well, that
That's
too. Yeah.
amazing.
I'm also not really a
Good
comic,
for
but
you. We all need one of you.
she's fixed a lot of people, myself
Hell
included.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly Justin.
Yeah, mostly me.
Justin's your masterpiece.
Look at this polished man you
We're
see
working on
before you.
Justin the most.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
I'm shiny now.
Yep.
She's polished me. She polished me up and sent me out there.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you very
did
much.
Good.
Thank you
good
very much.
on you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, come on.
More. I'm
More,
just kidding.
please.
More.
So we've had a lot of people on that have been married, that are in relationships. One person who wasn't really dating, and we thought we'd have, because you're kind of in the mix.
single,
You're
yeah.
single in the mix. We haven't had one of these in a while. We haven't had one of you.
Yeah, just make sure to feed me.
Yeah. I have mac and cheese if you want it.
Yeah.
Feed
I
yourself.
have to have snacks.
I like having the married people on. It's
Yeah.
very nice, but I'm sitting here going like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, give me something. Give me some drama.
Some juice.
Do you reveal your own status?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People are very familiar with my situation.
I don't know
Yeah.
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
You're single?
I'm in a jar, single.
Cool.
I
think that's like
in a tent out back.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. She's gonna let me know when I'm ready to date again. And here's how I know I'm not. I'll tell you this. I'll share this with you.
Do you have business cards?
Yeah. Unless you have hot friends that
I'll
are watching.
call everyone when they're ready.
I love it.
Unless Bridget friends are watching, then you can message me and we'll. Here's how I decided I
At the
might.
camera.
She hates it when I wink at the camera. By the way.
There's that coaching. I love it. Don't think at the camera.
Here's how I know I'm not ready to date. I was on Hollywood Boulevard the other day, and on peripheral
God.
there was a very beautiful brunette. And you know, like when you see someone, you kind of like stand up, you change your body language a little
Sure.
bit. And I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
sure.
right, you know. And I kind of just like glanced over, and She was holding a sign that just said help. Yeah, it just said.
Yeah, is that a homeless person?
Yeah.
Unhoused.
Yeah, unhoused person. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And my
You know,
immediate was like,
sometimes
Burnett.
they're like hot.
I
They're
know.
people. They
That's
are
what I'm
people.
saying. And I like to
I'm like,
fix
he
women.
looks rugged and he's unhoused.
Yeah. And I like to fix women. She needed help with a sign. I was like, this is
Literally,
Yeah.
your red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe I'll take some more time.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little more time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a therapist.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Yeah. I just, lately I've been trying to say that attachment is suffering and that peace isn't a finish line. It is achieved in moments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You might have to get on the Justin Foster dating plan.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as somebody else is indicative of our happiness, we're in a tough spot.
You're in so much
Because
trouble.
you can't control other people. you
Yeah.
know?
That's what we've. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, like when you need someone to make you feel okay.
Yeah.
And then that's a lot of pressure to put on
Oh, but
another
trust
human
me,
being.
I want to control
I
everyone.
think- yeah.
I'm not healed or anything. I just know what I should be doing.
Correct.
If you would just
Which is
do
what it's all
what
about.
I think
Yeah.
you should do, we'll all be all right.
Yeah.
I know better.
Oh, for sure.
And the problem is sometimes when you're right, you're like, see?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, really?
No.
You don't control nothing, huh?
No, not me.
Not Kristie.
I don't give my opinion to everybody.
Not everybody deserves it.
Kristie has a dating plan for me when I start dating again. It is the 10-date plan where you go on 10 dates with 10 different people and you don't contact anyone that you've been out with until you cycle through the 10.
Okay, but what if they contact you?
You let them know that we had someone who tried this and they let them know exactly what they were doing and they said that a lot of people were open to it, but that would be my suggestion is just like, you know, I'm really trying to like get to know myself right now. I'm trying not to get attached too quickly. This is what I'm in the middle of right now, and just be open and tell them about it.
Okay. I think after a first date, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like you're after first dates, I hate to say this, I usually feel nothing.
I plan the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. 100. That's why I suggest a
I'm
dating
like,
plan.
if I don't hear from
Yeah.
him again, that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the, if it's good
Yeah.
and it's like a thing, I'm like, okay, we should do this tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We should do this every day for the rest of our lives, right?
Yeah.
And
Second
it-
date, I might
No.
start planning the wedding.
See? Thank you. See? She's just a little bit
I get
behind
scared
me.
about
Just a
that. I get
little
scared
more.
about that second date. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, here's where I do the thing.
Yeah.
I start to be like, you look cuter tonight. Yes. It's
You were so
terrible.
boring last
Yeah.
time. But
Last
for some
time I could
reason-
take it or leave it.
Right.
I was ambivalent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isaac had a great question. You had a question about the 10-date plan.
Oh yeah. If you If
Okay.
date 1, you can't contact date 1 until you've been on date 10.
Sure.
Do you have
Yeah.
to go to date 19 before you contact date 9? Do you have to put 10 dates between each?
Every
date?
person has 10 dates between.
Wouldn't you say that's like serial dating though?
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point. Because for Justin,
Love
he
Island
gets
has a point.
attached.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind
yeah.
of.
Because that show is like, if you get attached, you're losing.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I say that show is like, for me, I would be just on that show having diarrhea the whole time.
so
I'd be like,
stressed out.
please stop talking to him after day 3. He's mine.
But you watch so many people on those types of reality shows
Yeah.
do that, where they get like paired up with somebody that they know nothing about, and then
Yeah.
somebody else comes in and flirts with them and they lose their mind.
Yeah.
That fear of losing something that you don't even really know what it is, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it's trying to address. Is
You have-
like
so it's like he has jealousy issues?
No.
No.
No. I have like
Just attachment.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I have a fear of abandonment. And
Oh,
if I-
yeah.
you know, and
The people I have dated more recently also have that issue, and it's hard because that's why I put as one of my questions. I think I said that. How do you tell someone that you're canceling has nothing to do with personally?
That's
them?
great. Can we do
It's
that
just-
right now?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We'd usually do like the questions towards the end, but I think that's a great segue.
Yeah.
Your question for Kristie was, what is the best way to communicate having to cancel or rearrange plans with a guy?
I'm sure that you are a nice person and that you say it in a nice way. I think what it is detaching from what that person's reaction is. You don't have to jump through hoops to make somebody else okay if you're saying something in a way that is respectful and upfront.
So you're saying it says more about them?
Yes. Yes. I think if you're like, hey, sorry, I'm doing this thing today. I really wanted to see you, but I'm not going to be able to make it. And if they freak out, that's more of a them problem. That's not up to you to fix.
And that's on them
and
too.
bend around.
Yeah, you're right, because that's on them too. Like if a woman like cancels on me like twice, then I don't ask her out again.
Yeah.
Right. So that's him. If it's done like 4 or 5 times, and that's on him.
Yeah.
To keep reaching out.
I think it's hard also as like a comic, because we might not know the next night that we're booking something, or
Right.
like, you know, and then there is that like, oh, we had a dinner plan, but I have to choose this booking.
Not me.
You know?
I fall in love. Comedy's going over here.
Oh, really, Justin? I'm learning so much,
Yeah.
and it's been like
Dinner.
8 minutes.
Dinner for sure. For sure.
But that's such a good thing to find out, because somebody who can't handle that wouldn't be a good partner
That's what
for
I
you,
mean.
period. So you just let them,
Which is kind of refreshing, because it's a pretty easy out. It's like, then if this isn't going to work if you don't respect that.
And
you
that's
know?
that.
Cool. I love that.
Yep.
I like that you're kind of just like, and that's the answer. There's no other segue or.
That's it.
That's what people need. Direct answers.
What do you usually say when you're just like, hey, I have a show? Have you ever made up a lie?
No, but I have canceled because I was having a bad day and I didn't want to kind of spread that energy. And sometimes when I do that, I like to just cook myself chicken parm and be alone.
Hell yeah.
And some people say that choosing yourself is selfish, and I wonder. What is the bell? Is that the red flag?
Yeah,
bell?
that's the red flag bell.
Yeah, I've been told that.
Yeah, by the guy you canceled on.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been told that choosing myself is selfish.
Okay.
So
You have thoughts?
That's
okay,
That
cool.
is
Do
not-
we have the Liberty Bell?
Just a gong.
Can I call Philly? Yeah, gong.
how could someone tell you like, hey, I'm just not feeling up to it today. I need to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And
Well,
someone to be like,
this is
how
someone
dare
who's,
you?
who's said that, you know, abandonment is a problem. And I know
Sure.
that that's deeply rooted, and it is something that.
No, because I have a fear of abandonment, but I also understand that if someone's having a bad day, that they need space.
Okay.
That's different.
But have you ever felt like, well, why don't you want that space with me?
No.
Why can't I help you?
No, because like people need solitude to show up as their best self.
I
And if you're, like-
recharge alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think most people do. I do, certainly. I'm an
Okay.
extrovert, but I need to be alone to recharge so I can
I'm
be.
such an introvert.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I feel like every time I see you, you're out. I've run into you out all the time, and you're out with people, and you're doing the
But
deal.
then you're
and
like, I
social-
haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. I'm at home choosing myself. I'm like,
You
that's
see
selfish.
me once a month.
Hibernation
Yeah,
social.
exactly. I've just been on the couch watching Love Island. Like, these people have issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that whole, like, what you're saying is fine. And some people don't know that. Some people aren't at the place in their own, like, self-awareness or healing journey where they're like, I get that other people also have feelings, and that's fine for them. But for you, I circle it all the way back around of, like, that's their problem. If abandonment is their issue, then they need to be taking steps to heal and find understanding so that when somebody else is doing something that is just a kind, normal move for themselves, that they're not making it somebody else's problem. You can't make it.
Because I've had
other
guys where,
people's
like,
problem.
they want me to work less because they're mad that that time isn't with them. Or
Are they paying you?
no. I mean, like, I work at Crunch, like, I have to work.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We all have to work.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, most of us have to go to work.
Yeah, it's hard when, you know, I have to do that. And then that was once a reason why I was cheated on, because they were like, you don't have enough time to meet my needs. Oh, man. Maybe I should cancel my plans today. Maybe I'm heading towards a bad place with my macaroni.
Come join me. Just be alone. It's really nice over here.
I had to cheat on you because you acted in a way that I didn't like as wild.
And I didn't necessarily make it clear what girlfriend meant.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but I did say at the beginning when we started dating that I don't share.
Right.
That's pretty clear.
Right. That
Yeah.
seems rather clear.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wish him well.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cheat on you. You just work too much.
Right.
Yeah.
You were always at work. So
Not my
what was
fault.
I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't ask for a hot
Wild.
secretary.
But it was also presented like you should have known that that's who I am. Like,
Ooh, boy. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
it's tough out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're like,
tough.
whoa.
It's hard out in those streets.
That
Oh
bell
my
is gonna break.
Yeah.
hard out
It's
those
almost broke a few
streets.
episodes. Today might be the one.
Yeah.
You've gotten no bells though. So congratulations to you.
Okay.
You're bellless.
But I
So
don't.
far.
But what's sad is when I'm in it, I don't hear any bells.
Right.
And there are no flags.
You're gonna be going out with a guy and you're just gonna hear this bell.
I could work less.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
selfish to pay my rent by way of
I know.
employment.
I'm so sorry. My mother visited and I couldn't see you.
I just feel really bad. He didn't want to cheat on me.
Yeah.
Right.
He just, nobody could have sex with him that day. Somebody has to fulfill his needs.
It's the craziest thing in the world. And I always talk
Oh
about
my
like I've been married for a little over 10 years now. and
congrats.
like thank you. And stuff like
He cheats all the time.
What's the
all
secret?
time. But like stuff happens in life. People go out of town. Like I had like pregnancy stuff when I was pregnant with my twins. Like there
Yeah.
are times that go on in life where people cannot have sex.
Yeah.
And if some dude can't go a work day without getting it and
Yeah.
has to step out, it doesn't bode well for the future.
I know.
So-
I would just say incompatible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to be so nice.
I think so. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. There's someone who wants to be kept and clung to who would be much happier
Yeah.
in that pairing.
I know, and I always wonder what kind of woman that would be.
Huh? None. I haven't met one.
There's women out there who want to be kept and
I mean,
clung.
and
No, when I'm saying a woman who's like, you can cheat on me if I'm not giving it up enough. That
No,
chick
I-
doesn't exist.
Well, they're in an open relationship, but I
Right.
don't. I think that
oh.
has to be consensual.
Right.
Like, oh,
That's
when
wild.
someone springs on you, guess what? You didn't know we were in an open relationship for 5 months.
Right.
You didn't know we were poly?
To justify cheating, like that's when things get a
quite
little
different.
Yeah.
murky.
Murky.
Because then it should be a discussion.
Sweet.
I would like to be open. No, I don't want to be. Okay, we should break up or we should figure this out. But
Correct.
just saying, by the way, I've been seeing someone else for 2 months.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I think that you should always just break up with somebody before you cheat on them, though.
Yeah, but honestly, like, good on you. Like, if you don't want to be with me and be with someone else, but don't be like,
Right.
I tried them on while I was with you, and I think I'm going to go that way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I've been cheated on with someone I was with for 2 years. They cheated on me 2 months in, and they were like, I was so drunk. It made me realize I loved you. I will never do it again. I was 23.
Okay.
I'm 30. I'm 36.
I don't
now.
ring bells for people in their 20s.
Yeah. Okay.
All 20s gets a pass
Okay,
with her.
thanks.
All 20s
Thanks.
get a pass.
Little Bridge respects that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember he worked at El Dorito. Like he was just like, I drank too much and I woke up and I was like, I miss Bridget. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. You know?
King.
Right.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Yeah.
That's what I'll tell the grandkids. He woke up and missed me. Oh, what a dime. But yeah, no, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Oh.
That didn't work out.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, different guy now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah. Take me to the river.
Amazing.
But no, I actually, long story short, I've been single since January, but just kind of going on dates, and it's just bad out there. It's just like dating makes you go back to old stuff because the dating's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
People see you as an option. Like nobody feels special anymore. Like it's just so horrible. Like after that date that you're not, that they like. I had one guy go, what's your week like after our third date? What's your week like next week? Like, I'd really like you to come over. We could watch Best in Show, Christopher Guest. And I was like, yeah. How's Thursday? And he goes, ooh, I have another date that night.
Ooh.
And I was like, honesty's fun.
Plans is fine. Plans is fine.
Yeah, right,
I've got
right.
plans
Yeah.
that day.
But he said it in a way where like he wanted me to know.
to react.
I
to
kind of
it.
didn't like that.
Icky.
I know.
Just to let you know, I have options.
And then
Yeah.
like he was like, how about Wednesday? And then when he was leaving, I was like, well, I'll see you Wednesday. I hope I win. Like that's how you feel. Like hope it goes so well that Thursday gets canceled. Like what do I do when I leave? Have
wonder-
fun, use a condom. I just don't
Right,
know.
right,
What do
right,
you
right.
say?
Yeah. Text me after.
I know that while I'm doing laundry with a face mask on tomorrow,
Right.
you're on a date. That
Right.
sucks.
I'm watching Love Island.
And I'm sweating like, oh God.
Well, I wonder because you said it seemed a little intentional. So I wonder if it's just like a negging thing. Like no matter what day you said, he would have been like, oh, I have a date that
Ooh,
night.
interesting.
But
Oh,
pick a different
interesting.
night if that's just part of his.
Okay, so I will say he was a doctor. So there's always that like, my dad's a doctor. So there's always that kind of like, I don't want to say autistic, but just like, oh, sorry, I don't like your face. Like they just say things and you're like,
bluntness.
oh yeah, the bluntness. So I
Yeah.
felt like they're like seeing everything as like an experiment. And it's like, oh no, that night is a different experiment, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Oh,
I never
man.
saw him again, by the way.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
No, he-
Wednesday one?
He did drag it. Yeah, I think Thursday one.
Oh, Thursday one?
In fact, he canceled our Wednesday. So I think there was another date between then.
Monday got him.
He said that. But what's funny is he said he got a cold sore. And I was like, hey, I went, hey, like, if you just don't want to go on the date, that's fine. He goes, no, I definitely want to see you again. I just can't kiss you with this cold sore. He still dragged it out.
Presumptuous.
Yeah. I know the way he kind of worded it. I was like, what if I don't want to kiss you on that date?
Presumptuous. I'm
What
not
if you don't
that
get a kiss if I
impressed.
know you have a date the next day?
Right.
Yeah.
Because they do say if you do know there are other dates, my one friend said, well, then I have to take physical stuff off the table if you are seeing other people. And that kind of, it's fair.
Yeah.
But it also makes them kind of like, oh. I had a guy say, if like you don't sleep with me, I'm not going to see you anymore. Like I've
Great.
had guys say that.
Great.
And
See
like,
ya.
because my therapist is like, don't sleep with a guy until it's official, until monogamy. And I've had a guy be like, okay, then we're not a match. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I have
Yeah.
a question about that. I was actually on my notes for like, I've been wanting to bring it up to like the last like 5 weeks. If you're seeing somebody, and this has happened when and they're like, we can sleep together, but I only sleep with people that I'm monogamous with. But you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But just let me know if you sleep with somebody else. And I just feel like that's such a. I'm always like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Like, if I'm just sleeping with you, I'd rather just sleep with you.
Yeah,
right?
some
'Cause
guys are like that, and I love
Yeah.
guys that are like
I'm not because I don't want to be like, oh, hey, by the way, this is going pretty well. Just to let you know, I slept with somebody on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because then they're like, well, then you have to let me know so I can decide what I want to do after
So that was my breakup in January. I was told that there was another woman that he preferred,
Jesus.
that he had been sleeping with, and that he was going to give me the option to be put on a schedule with her.
Bridget.
It was that or nothing.
Ma'am,
I should
please
just go home after that.
please tell me that someone did not look you in the eye and ask you if you wanted to be put on a schedule.
Yes, this was real life.
Okay.
Then that's the last time I saw him.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until recently.
Now you get a bell. Now you get a bell.
I'm having a weird summer. Things just didn't work out with the other one, as she was labeled.
Turns out I will take the Sunday at 2 p.m.
Right.
I was like, is the 2 p.m. still available?
You're calling in your avails on Monday.
Have you ever just been like so bored with your life that you're like, I guess I could talk to the schedule guy.
No.
I know. I'm going on a family trip next week. It's crucial. I need my mom, I think.
Kristie goes,
No.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
love it. You're
schedule
just
guy.
like, oh, honey.
Not the schedule guy. Anybody but the schedule guy.
Yeah.
Cold sore guy before the schedule guy.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and there was a guy in between this and cold sore guy.
Excellent.
And his deal
I don't even know if I'm
was
ready.
that he was on too much Lexapro and hair growth medication.
Okay.
So what do you think the problem was?
Right.
We watched a lot of movies
Together. A lot of cuddles.
and then one day he just said, "This is too stressful," and I was like, "No, I get it."
No, I get it. We're all stressed out.
Yeah,
I got
so
hair, but
imagine-
nothing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
mean, like, whatever. It's
Yeah.
not worth throwing away, like,
Yeah.
meeting someone.
Right.
Yeah.
I have bad skin. I don't think anyone's ever gone, no.
Oh.
You know?
Shave it and get it working again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but also, like, it can work. Like, it's not like a death sentence.
Right.
What he was
Antidepre-
doing was a death sentence. He had the fryer balding, and he was, like, scooping pieces.
But antidepressants and
And
Propecia
whatever.
is
I guess it's
bad.
Propecia.
No, that's
Yeah.
sick. That's nothing.
That's
He
That's-
was
at
like,
all.
I would be like trying to be like sexy, and he'd be like, I feel nothing. I'd be like, let's just go bowling.
yeah, yeah,
So then imagine I'm
Holy
like,
moly.
where's that schedule guy?
yeah. That actually makes sense now. I'm on your side. I'm actually on your side now.
After 6 weeks of
Yeah.
guy on Lexapro and
yeah,
Propecia.
yeah, yeah. Bro, shave it and be
my
depressed
God.
as long as it's working.
Yeah. I'm like, just be a little sad for your sex life.
Just sad and bald, but get laid. You'll be all right.
I know.
I've been doing it for many years.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know. And what's sad is it's such an endless cycle, because I think that the alternative for people is to drink, because they're trying to let go of the inhibitions that those drugs kind of put up. And then now we've got the other thing that makes sex hard,
Right.
which is like,
Right.
don't drink, and now you can't even feel nothing
Nothing.
was good.
Yeah.
I used to drink on antidepressants
Yeah,
and then hook up.
yeah. So that's I
Was that
do, but
just a
I
brag? Did you
No.
just brag about that your
No,
dick
it's
works
just-
good?
What?
Was that all that just happened?
we need that
At
audience
the
sound.
Justin Foster on Instagram.
Just so you know, I can do both and still grind it out.
But
There was no more to the story.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
Actually,
Just let us
after
know.
living life, that is a good brag. I give you.
but it
a
would
high
be
five
like
for that.
but it would
Yeah.
be like hours. It would be like where the girl would be like, "Hey, can we stop now?"
I had a friend say
Because
that
it's like
like
you don't feel anything.
yeah, I had a friend say that
bored with your
things
story.
become like a paste down there. You know, it's like when it's just been going on for so long. She's like,
That's the guy's wiener.
yeah, it's like everything's just terrible. It's like the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
No thanks.
Yeah. Can we just stop?
But like I'm on Lexapro, and like I drink, and like for me it's just about where I am mentally.
You can still get hard.
Well, I can still get hard, but I love you, Mom. Don't worry. She's like, what's a computer? It's more like I think about things that make me feel turned on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's never really mattered who's with me. I mean, it's
What
hard.
are you shaking your head yes for?
Sometimes it's about like what's the fantasy that I think of. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Because like the mechanics of it, sometimes you like catch it in the mirror and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Isaac like that one.
You're like, is this what we do as people? This is a Friday night as people. Like it's pretty, like we just watched Wayne's World and now we're like, let's do this.
But I think that's why there's so much more book smut geared towards women than men,
Yes.
is because like that's the way that women work, right?
Yes.
Like that's a lot of the times you just need the mental part of it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be like
In fact, it's
and
kind of
this
weird.
and that.
But like after a guy leaves, a girl might like think more about it later.
Yeah.
You know, like later might be when I get mine because I'm like, that was hot. I'll think about that tomorrow.
That's pretty
Yeah.
common.
Yeah. But like
for
during
sure.
it, you're like, I know this is hot, but like I'm just not like as in it. But I'll think about how it like you bit my neck later. You know,
Right.
like then I'll be like, ooh, that was kind of, you know, it's interesting the way the brain works.
When you're dating, what's what's something a guy does like on a date that just like gives you the ick?
I think I said gets drunk. gets drunk. Wait, what else did I say?
Well, I was gonna say, I hate. This is what you said. I said, Bridget, what's your biggest dating ick? And you go, I hate it when a guy gets too drunk or can't find a place for us to get dinner, which are two wildly different scenarios.
Well, can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Once I went to a guy's house I was dating, and I was starving, and I was like on his side of town, and I was like all dressed up, and I was like, okay, let's go somewhere. He couldn't find a place for an hour and a half.
Oh.
And I was like, do you know where you live?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because like I would be like, I live next to the Laugh Factory. I could think of like 6 places
Yeah.
that we could just drive up to. I can make a reservation right now, you know?
I'm pretty sure the biggest stress in my marriage is that my husband takes way too long to pick a place to order from
Yeah.
or to go eat. That is so very real.
Oh, yeah?
Feels
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
lose their ability to be like functional. You're like, you are a hunter. I gather. Like, you can't find food?
Not me. It's Zanku chicken all the time.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
That's it.
I'm like, let's go to the Belmont. Like, let's get
Yeah.
some bar food. Like,
Right.
There's so many options in LA.
So many options.
I am not that guy. I get so cranky when I'm hungry. I'm like, we're eating
I start to
in
get
the car on the way there.
I have
Yeah.
a friend who keeps snacks in her car for me.
Christy,
100%.
Yeah, it's
Sex in the
real.
car.
we go to Vegas every year.
Yeah.
And actually, we're going next weekend.
That's
And,
right.
Fun.
Yeah.
As soon as we get in the car, Christy's got the snacks for us in the back
Yeah.
seat. Yeah.
Snacks in the back.
But you got to
World's best
also
Uber.
travel snacks are a thing, too.
Travel
You got to have
snacks are for
something to
sure a
crunch
thing.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food thing is such a big deal for me.
Yeah.
that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
if I know I'm going on a date, like I'll eat like a little bit before just so I don't get hungry on the if there's like a wait.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing worse when you're on a date and they're like, "Oh, it's a 45-minute wait," and you're starving.
Yeah.
I mean, the famous women eat after the date thing, where it's like, well, that was fun. And then we get home and like eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm famous for getting home and I will order a sub.
Why don't you eat what you want on the date?
Because a lot of dates these days aren't food.
What
a
are
lot
they?
of dates are just a drink. You know?
Oh, which is why you hate it when they get drunk on the date.
Well, but also when a guy is sloppy.
Yeah.
And I like, you know, the purple teeth when they've had wine. I actually was on a date a year and a half ago, and I was at a restaurant. I was at what's that place? It's an Italian restaurant. Oh, it's across from Target. Everybody
Olive
goes there.
Garden.
Jones.
Oh.
Mr.
Jones, that's my
yeah.
spot.
Yeah, it's not Jones on 3rd, but Jones, like
Yeah.
an Italian.
Yeah. On
And I
Santa
was with
Monica.
I was with this guy, and he was actually really cute, and but he kept drinking a lot of red wine, and then he started talking about all the celebrities he knew and the red teeth, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Keanu, Winona. Oh yeah, typical Winona." And so I'm
Typical
walking
Winona.
out. I'm walking out, and the comedian Dan Paustein.
Dan Posting.
He starts walking in, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Bridget." And he looks at my date and he goes, "You guys had wine tonight, huh?" Oh, no. And I was like, "Dan, I swear to God." He was like, I was like, I laughed so
Hilarious.
You guys had wine tonight.
Oh my God.
It was
Leave me
great.
alone. At least it's not an ex.
I know. It was like purple lips, purple teeth, and then we run into Dan. I was like,
Another
"Dan."
comic.
Just a comic. And the material is just right there.
Yeah.
We went there one time at I go to Jones all the time.
The
we went there
food's
once.
great.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
my spot. But, I was there actually 2 nights ago, but we were there, and our really good friends of ours, she was on a first date in the booth next to us,
Oh
and
my
we just messed with her
God.
the entire time.
Oh,
What
We're
a
like making faces at her
nightmare.
because the guy's got his back to us. You know,
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
making faces at her, and she's trying not to laugh. It is so funny.
What a nightmare.
oh, I would kill you guys.
Yeah.
It was so. She gets up to go to the bathroom. We're like, hey, where'd you guys meet at? You know,
Yeah.
we start grilling him a little
I
bit.
can't. If those two worlds collide on
Yeah.
a first date and my friends,
Yeah,
oh,
it's a problem. It's a
I'm a
problem.
different human on a first date.
Let me pretend this guy's good.
Yeah. Wow, Bridget, we went with the full face today. Like, shut
Yeah.
up. I don't wear makeup at Crunch because I'm a personal trainer, and when I wear makeup, the guy trainers are like, "Okay, what are you blushing? Like, what is happening?" And I'm like, "Okay, shut up."
Did they hit on you?
No. I mean, they all have girlfriends, the guy trainers, or it's a WeHo gym, so they're gay. Which is nice. I'm very safe at WeHo Crunch.
My trainer is gone, and they paired me with another trainer, and she is beautiful, and it
Oh,
is
God,
such a
Justin,
problem. It is
please
such
find
a
a
problem.
different trainer.
It
You're
is
like,
such
I
a
know, yeah,
problem.
then you
She's
gotta
like,
find a new trainer.
Justin, are you wearing cologne? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Justin, not are you wearing cologne?
I love that you're laughing at you're like, I'm just the worst.
Is that a necktie? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing right now?
Yeah.
You can't hit on
No.
a trainer. I'm not hitting because she's.
I'm not saying you're gonna hit on her. I'm just saying that you need to.
She's just saying that it's like, yeah, it's gonna make you.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
so
have
bad.
to hear about it in 2 weeks. You're gonna be like, you know what? My trainer is so funny.
You can't hit on it because she's seen me at my weakest, though. You
Yeah.
can't, like, you know what I mean?
I kind of admire though the like, and you might have to hit the bell a lot after this, but like, I kind of like that. You know, people that don't drink.
Yeah. Sober
How-
people.
Sober people.
Yeah.
I always say superheroes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You know.
They're really out there, you know, and they're really looking for something real. And like I've dated a few sober guys, and I've really admired. It takes me to a place where I want to be more real, you know, because people that are both drinking, we're not creating anything real. We're just pulling ourselves out of a situation till we're ready for it to be real.
It intimidates a lot of women.
Yeah, so like where you're like, oh, my trainer's hot, I'm like, I would be way too nervous. I'd be like, where's my cocktail? I had a guy come in at Crunch for a consult, and I didn't sell to him because I was sweating during the consult. I was
really?
like, where's the martini bar at Crunch? He was like, well, I want to work on my bicep. I was like, you're good.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this.
Can't hit it.
Sober. Like, oh my God.
You
So
can't
like,
hit on your personal trait.
I admire people that are really out there and not, you know, like, okay, well, let's get high and do a date, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
That's the dream to just
It is
present.
intimidating because you're very present and locked in. And
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
it's real. Like, why skip to the good part, as they say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even being in bed with someone, it's so much better without anything in your system,
Yeah.
you know?
It is.
So it's like, I feel like what's happening with dating in LA is it's becoming like kind of a drunk fest.
Oh, really?
It's becoming like, yeah, I mean, I guess you've been out of it for 10 years, but it's like, it really is like, oh, who can I find someone to drink with?
Right.
You know, and it's like, you know, then you get to the point where it's like, I'd rather just go to this like pumpkin patch, you know, and
Right.
it starts to get more quality.
Yeah.
So I you know, I like that you're out there for real. Like maybe you like your trainer, but like for me, I can't even look them in the eye if I think they're cute.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Well,
need a
she's gone in
cocktail.
2 weeks, so I don't have to worry about it. But it's funny because it's like, you're pretty. And she's like, you're
Yeah.
improving. You know, you can't. She's doing burpees. I'm like wheezing, trying to tie my shoe.
Yeah,
You want to go
yeah.
out sometime?
Yeah, no, I legit sweat when I'm nervous. I'm sweating right now.
Yeah. But it is funny that you brought that up because when I was newly single, that was a nightmare. Going
Yeah.
pumpkin patches, which I did.
Yeah.
Going apple picking, which I did. You know, they ended up being so much fun and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. But in before you get there, you're like, it's just so much easier to grab a cocktail and
Right.
it's so much easier to meet at Jones.
Yeah.
Pony up at the bar, have a couple of drinks and appetizer.
Right.
But then when you're like, you have to plan like activities and stuff, it's intimidating. Now it's awesome. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't trade it for anything. But in the
Yeah.
very beginning, it's so like, I remember being on dates being like, I'm present, I'm here, she's talking, what do I say? Where do I put my hands?
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
lot.
What do they say? I mean, it's like exposure therapy at its highest. It's
Yeah.
like, I have to really do this. And like we do stand up. Like it's funny how I could do a crowd any night, but get me on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody give me a sedative. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like I don't get nervous to do a show. I get like when I know I have to leave for a date, I'm like, you're gonna live. You're not gonna die. You know.
Turn on your location.
Yeah, my therapist. Just turn on your location and
You'll be
know
fine.
what you're dealing with.
Some might say you've already lived through some worst case scenarios as far as dating is concerned.
Yeah.
I think it's all up from here.
By the way, I'm on the schedule soon, so no, I'm kidding. I'm almost late for my appointment.
Is it the 19th yet?
Oh my gosh, I know. Yeah, I get like one day a month.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? It's just one girl?
It's Christie's 10-day dating plan, but did in month segments.
Right.
Yes.
And you sleep with everyone instead of just taking them for coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that seems aggressive. But I do also think, like, I love that you're here. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
But I do think people rush for intimacy because they want to feel close to something, you know?
Yeah.
Whether they really know the person or not.
100%.
We're rushing intimacy a lot.
100%, which is like goes back to the whole purpose of like the 10 date situation is
Yeah.
that you have to take space from that person. If someone 2 weeks later and different, and you've met different people since then, and you're still thinking about them, then there was a true connection. They weren't just what was in front of you. Because so many times that's like, this person's in front of me, I gotta win them, and if they pick me, then we're good, and then I'll hold on to them, and if I lose it, then I'm bad, or something bad happened. And it's just, that's just not the case. We're just not meant for every person that we meet.
It's not better than, it's not a match. That's what I say. I used to always be like, how come I'm not good enough? But it's like, no, you're just not compatible with that person.
And that's all. And that's
and you
all
don't
that
miss
it
those
is.
people. You think you will when they leave you, and then a week later you're like, I don't remember his name. That's happened to me. I will literally forget their name.
100%. 100%.
It's rough.
My sister was on a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about that, where she's like, that guy that you cried over for 2 weeks, what's his last name?
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But it's this ego hit that makes us like so up in arms about it. And it's like, I was really trying to mold myself to like this person, and it's like, I don't want to do that. That's not good.
100%. And what I always say is that we spend so much time worrying about if the other person likes us that we don't even take the time to figure out if we like them.
I didn't like the doctor,
Right.
but I was like, but I think that he's a doctor, and that someone is going to see this as like a prize. And I'm like, maybe I should, and it's sad, maybe I should make myself like this person.
Right.
Which is a sad thought,
Yeah.
Right.
you know? Because I don't like anybody immediately. There was one guy, he was a firefighter, but that's an exception.
Right.
I was
That's
like, I'll
just
go
hot.
wherever you go. But physical attraction sometimes can be immediate, but I'll try to like force things. If the physical attraction's not there, I'll try to be like, yeah, it's kind of a cute.
I'm the opposite.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
If the physical attraction is there, I'm like, we'll figure the rest out.
Justin, you're my favorite person.
We'll make it work.
We'll figure the rest out. Ding. The smile is everything.
We'll make it work.
Hey, I'm also at a place where I don't judge anyone.
Yeah.
We're all figuring it out.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Can I read you guys this? Because you were saying, actually, I have a question before we do this.
Yeah.
What is the, what are guys doing wrong on first dates, in your opinion? If you could, because there's a lot of guys that listen to this show. As a single woman out in LA,
Yeah.
if you could bestow some knowledge onto the guys, what's something that you're seeing common mistake? But besides getting drunk on the first date, what would you give it to them as advice?
Gosh, I guess I would say try to see if you're friends first. Like, honestly, I think we always try to get to the kiss or get to the movie of like this idea that we just saw each other. But if it's a dating app, like, it didn't come from a spark. It came from two people deciding to see what this is. And I feel like the guys that I wanted to see again were like, I thought about something they said and I laughed, And I think like that's more sustainable than like we made out. So I guess like
Slow down.
slow way down, and and like don't make that like the person's. Like I've had guys, that guy saying like, if you're not going to put out, then I don't want to keep going, know? And I'm glad he said that, because basically we're not a match.
Which
The
is
guy
fair.
that liked
He's
me
allowed to
would
say
wait.
that. Yeah. He's allowed to be
100%.
honest and say that. And you're allowed to be like,
he's
no, thank
looking
you.
for
Yeah.
easy,
Yeah.
and I'm looking for lasting.
Right. Right.
That's what's interesting. So like, a guy that wants something lasting, let's just see if we're friends first. The physical stuff will come if it's meant to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really
I
good.
hope.
Yeah. Unless he's on Lexapro.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, and that's just my buddy now.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
that was the opposite. I really liked his personality, but we could not get the romantic part
Really?
going. Yeah.
Well,
That's why I'm like, I wish you well. We just couldn't get that like spark.
yeah.
Yeah.
He reminded me of my brother. Like he
Well,
had
that's
me
not
laugh.
good. That's
but
not
like,
good.
Start.
Well, like
Yeah. Bad start.
but like where they make you laugh so hard, you're like you could throw up. You're laughing
Yeah.
like you can't breathe. Like they're doing an impression of somebody, and you're just like, I was like, this is so funny. Like I can't just like dismiss this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just a funny guy.
Yeah. My nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in you, but you're super funny. See you later. All right. So you were talking to Kristie about how to cancel plans with a guy.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on the intranets. Here are the 7 wildest ways women have canceled plans with men.
Ding. I looked it up on the internet. Ding.
This is they compiled it for me. The 7 craziest ones. The number 1. She had her best friend call her pretending to be her landlord, telling her that her toilet had exploded. Okay.
I've only seen that in movies.
She put on her jacket mid-sentence and said, "Sorry, it's flooding." And left. I got a text during a date, and I sighed loudly. Ugh, my dog just barfed on the rug. I got to go steam clean it before it sets in.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, you don't like me.
Right.
Just go.
Right.
I like this one. I told the guy I had left my Netflix logged in at my ex's, and I had to go change it before he watches anything weird.
No.
These like aren't quite emergencies. It's got to be like my friend got in a car accident.
Yeah.
I mean that's yeah. This I like this one a lot, just for the effort. I faked getting pulled over by the cops on my way to a date.
Yeah.
I yelled, "Yes, officer, I'll pull over now."
Yeah.
Told the guy I gotta go. I'm getting pulled over, which is so fun. Yes, officer.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
A full act out.
Like, what scenario does that happen?
Where you're screaming out the window at the cop.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
So disrespectful.
Number 6, I fake sneezed and said, "Uh-oh, I might be contagious," and left.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a cold sore guy.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, you don't even care if I like you, do
Right.
you?
Number 7, I told him I was a temporary celibacy journey and needed to be alone to hear God.
Okay.
That one just comes like, that's just terrible.
That one I'd be like, I
to
understand.
hear God.
I understand.
Okay. So now you're crazy.
I'm not building an ark.
Yeah. The crazy route's an interesting one.
Yeah.
You said your shortcomings in a relationship that you like to work on is that you like to be alone and that you hate cuddling.
Yeah.
That second part I've never heard from a woman before in my entire life.
Well, this is also going to be sad. I haven't liked a guy enough to want to be that close to them since the guy that I dated when I was 23. We were like glued to each other. I thought he was so yummy. He was like Latin. I was like,
Yeah, and I haven't cuddled since.
Yeah, I mean, we lived together for 3 years, so it was like he was my pillow,
Yeah.
you know, and like I was his. So like when he moved out, I like didn't know how to function, you know. But like now I only know the other side, which
Right.
is like I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Right.
So like now when I'm with a guy, I'm like, so you go to your bed now? I go home now, and they're like, no, you sleep over. I'm like, no, but I have a bed.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, go to the room we share the bed. I'm like, but there's 2 of us and it's one.
Yeah.
Like they're like, you don't do this. I'm like, not anymore.
You're like every guy's dream girl. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave now. Oh.
Yeah. Because then I think like I'm gonna get a bad sleep.
Yeah.
And then the next day is
Yeah.
gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know.
I like the cuddling
Well, there's
part.
got to be anxiety
I know,
around it
Justin.
too, though.
Justin,
We get it.
If I know anything from this hour,
Really?
you might even be Little Spoon. I don't know. You're just like engulf me.
As long as I'm in the drawer.
You're like a twin bed. Perfect.
I like
Thank
doing
you.
the cuddling afterwards, and then and then you roll over and you get sleep
it
on your
feels
side.
so forced for me. I've laid on a guy's chest before, and I swear I was almost hovering. I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not. I can't. I like to believe that it's because I still haven't found the one
Yeah.
that I want to do that with.
You'll know they're the one when you're ready to cuddle.
Yeah, I have to want to like eat you. I have to like
Yeah.
be consumed by you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
super intimate, and there's got to be a little PTSD too, that
Yeah.
like you let yourself be like that with somebody, and then it
Yeah.
ended up the way that it ended up, of
Yeah.
like not, like having almost like a physical aversion
Maybe
to
that's
being
it too.
that.
It's almost like cuddling isn't sexual to me with a partner. It's very just like
It's sweet.
it's like pure love,
Yeah.
you know? So I don't cuddle people I don't love.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess I haven't loved anybody since I was 23.
God, now it's sad. Why do you have to make it so sad?
Why is that sad?
Oh, Justin. That's good. We're fostering our feelings.
Yeah, we are.
Right.
Don't make me cry.
But it's honest. It's kind
Yeah.
of good that we start to form this like almost criteria, which is like, I don't cuddle with people I don't love. So
Yeah.
I haven't cuddled with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like saving yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sleep with you, but
That's
I'm not
one part
touching you afterwards.
I can't fake that part. I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
fake that part, which is wanting to feel close to someone, and I can't fake it.
All right, so in the vein of horrible guys that you've dated, I said, Bridget, what's your crazy dating story, relationship experience? And she said, I once dated a guy who dressed so badly that we would break up. Will you please explain this?
Okay, so I dated the guy when I was like 23.
Okay.
It wasn't so we would break up, but I would say towards the end he was kind of doing this more. So like he had an adventurous sense of style. He was Mexican in like the way that like he would wear the jeans and everything, and very handsome.
Is
but
that a
just-
Mexican thing?
But
to
like
wear
no,
jeans?
like he had like the style was very cultural in that like he had this jean vest.
Okay.
Okay,
Can
like
you give me a year? What year is this around?
it's 2011, 2012.
You had me at 20. I just
Okay.
needed to get a
Got
vibe
Yeah,
from
so
it.
he kind of dressed like he was in the 80s a little. I helped him out a little. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, here's a cool like Coors Light t-shirt.
Right. Class him up a little bit.
Get a whole vibe.
Yeah, like let's get a little more LA. Like I'd say like I helped him out. All guys need help from a woman at some point. And anyway, so he started to just wear the vest with nothing under it, like to dinner. And I'd be like, your nipples are out. And he'd be like, why? I look cool. And I'd be like, you're wearing a jean vest.
Right.
And we're like, I was like, we're not in a Pepsi commercial from the 80s, you know? It was nuts. And he would be like, yeah, I'm wearing the jean vest. So he would start to wear the jean vest a lot.
Right.
Out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was the craziest way to be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about you anymore. F.
I'm out.
Yeah. Like, guess what? I wear what I want. And I'm like, nobody finds that attractive, though, except for you. And somebody lied to you if they did. I think about that. It wasn't even regular jean. It was a black jean vest.
Black jean
And
vest.
it was like frayed. I was
Yeah,
like, you're
of
not
course
Bruce
it was.
Springsteen.
Of
Yeah,
course
yeah.
it was.
Oh, it was just the nipples out at restaurants was nuts.
That
People
is
are
a
eating.
bit-
Yeah, I know. We're eating, and I can see your baby feeders, and you're a man. I mean, he had a great body, but it was like,
Sure.
come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're not the boss.
Right. He's like, just dump me, please.
Yeah, that's kind of, he did say that at one point, and I was like, oh.
You don't like the
Christmas
vest?
is coming.
Yeah. Bridget, thank you so
Yeah,
much for
so
coming on.
toxic. Yeah, I think this was really fun.
Oh my God, what a nightmare. I know you got to go to a 4th of July party and meet God knows what. What disaster's waiting on you, waiting on their mac and cheese.
I know.
She'll be here. He's got a vest on.
I won't stay long.
God.
Vest on.
Bridget,
Yeah.
how can non-psychopath men find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Bridget Sell Comic. S as in, or Sell is spelled like buy and sell. And Bridget spelled like Bridget Jones.
And don't you dare try to cuddle her.
Don't try to cuddle me.
Guys, that's been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is really fun. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, you guys are so fun, and I learned so much.
Did you?
Yeah, I feel like I
Yeah.
got a lot of validation too.
I think you're doing great.
Schedule bad.
Schedule bad.
Schedule bad.
Vest, no good. Red wine teeth.
Working.
It's a maybe.
Working, good thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
Working.
okay to work.
Yeah. Keep your job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna keep it.
Guys, it's been our show. Thank you for listening. Kristie, do you want to say anything before we go?
Nope.
Do you want to say anything about what's going on next week?
What?
Las Vegas, baby.
About our Vegas trip.
Oh, so you're going on the trip
I'm
too?
so excited. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. There's 4 of us that go on the trip. We
Oh,
made it an
okay.
annual thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just drink coffee and watch everyone else have a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening to Foster the Podcast. We will see you next week.
Woo.